Less than 3 months after The Acolyte garnered 11.1 million views in its first 5 days on Disney+, this doesn't mean we're discounting how The Acolyte had to deal with the unfair reviews. Compared to the best Star Wars shows like Andor, The Mandalorian, and Ahsoka, The Acolyte was simply underwhelming. However, this doesn't justify the vitriolic reviews aimed at The Acolyte online. For those doubting whether the review bombing was real, even the Book of Boba Fett has a much higher Rotten Tomatoes score than The Acolyte, and that just doesn't add up. In fact, before The Acolyte even started streaming, online reviews were already accusing the show of being woke propaganda, calling it a case of queer liberal politics hijacking mainstream media. However, do not let these hateful, misleading statements cloud your judgment. As The Acolyte creator Leslie Headland said, such reductive criticisms can only come from viewers who are not really paying attention to this story. And indeed, these extreme reviews only draw focus from legitimate critical discussions regarding the show. For instance, The Acolyte was good, but the writing ultimately wasted its potential. The Acolyte actually features some of the best fight choreography and overall visual design in the franchise, as well as stellar performances from actors Manny Jacinto, Amandla Stenberg, and Lee Jung-jae. However, none of this is enough to make up for the worst parts of The Acolyte: its dialogue, pacing, and plot. All of these script issues can be seen in the show's big twist. In episode 7, it is revealed that the catalyst for the entire plot is a misunderstanding between the Jedi Master Sol and Mother Aniseya. During the confrontation between the Jedi and the witches, Sol and Aniseya were in agreement about letting Osha join the Jedi. However, when May suddenly appears, Aniseya instinctively casts a protection spell around May. Misinterpreting Aniseya's spell to be hostile, Sol fatally stabs her with a lightsaber, putting May on the path of the dark side. Despite the urgency of the matter, Sol and Aniseya only clear the air when it's too late. The Acolyte has a number of script problems, but this one hurt the show the most, by using a clear and cloned case of miscommunication as the basis for the resulting tragic events. The Acolyte diminishes its own world building and connections to Star Wars lore, rather than the actual differences between the Jedi and the witches, or even how Darth Plagueis could have been pulling the strings. The single most important moment in The Acolyte can be blamed on a simple misunderstanding. Apart from these script problems, The Acolyte only has average overall viewership numbers, and it ultimately wasted its potential as the first live-action High Republic series. Do you think The Acolyte deserved to be cancelled for these reasons? Thanks for watching ScreenRant, and stay tuned for more Star Wars news.